In a far-flung rural village living away from cities and bustling communities, life consisted of poverty and tradition. And here, a child like Amelia was born with nothing but the hope in life. The destinies of a girl child here were determined in her birth time, early marriages, and lives filled with subjection. That's how Amelia spent her life too. But what she did not know was that her life was soon to take a turn no one could have ever imagined. A journey that would shatter her world and then rebuild it in the most extraordinary way. But what was her misfortune? Well, it was very bad. She had a loving family, but they ran away from her. She had parents, but they were unloving. But her life was better than she'd ever imagined. A journey that would shatter every bone in her body, but what she did not know was that her life was soon to take a turn no one could have ever imagined. At just 15, Amelia's childhood was snatched away. Her parents, bound by tradition and poverty, arranged her marriage to a man much older than her. What should have been a new beginning quickly turned into a nightmare. Her husband was cruel, treating her not with love, but with anger and violence. Every day, Amelia endured his harsh words and physical abuse, hiding her pain behind a forced smile. She suffered silently for 2 long years, hanging on to the frail hope that maybe someday her life might get better. But deep inside, she began to question whether escape or happiness was ever possible. There was one night which tore Amelia's life in an instant. All of Amelia's parents and even her husband had been involved in a fatal road accident, and none of them survived. Amelia eventually regained consciousness in a cold hospital room. The tearing reality was that she lost not only her family, but also her ability to walk. Her legs were paralyzed forever, along with them, her right to freedom and dignity. So many times, she longed to tell the truth to anybody. Guilt, remorse, and the panic she left to herself, confined to a wheelchair. Amelia was abandoned by a society that had no place for a disabled widow. The whispers of pity and rejection hung in the air, and the small, empty house. In the silence of her empty home, Amelia began to reflect on her life. She thought about the pain she had endured and the countless obstacles life had thrown her way. But as days turned into weeks, a spark of determination ignited within her. She realized that while she couldn't change her past, she could shape her future. Refusing to let tragedy define her, Amelia immersed herself in learning. Refusing to let tragedy define her, Amelia immersed herself in learning. She read books about resilience, wrote down her thoughts, and absorbed every ounce of motivation she could find. Slowly, but surely, she began to rebuild her strength, not just for herself, but to prove that even the darkest. Amelia started small, gathering a handful of people from her village to share her journey. Her voice, though hesitant at first, carried a powerful message of resilience and hope. As word of her story spread, she began receiving invitations to speak at larger events. Her audience grew from dozens to hundreds, and soon, she was standing before packed halls, inspiring people from all walks of life. Amelia's transformation was extraordinary. She had risen from being a victim of her circumstances to becoming a beacon of hope for countless others. Her words touched hearts, proving that even the most shattered lives can be rebuilt with courage and determination. Amelia believed that problems in life are not punishments, but lessons for growth and to find purpose. And she believed that pain must be used for the betterment of others who feel trapped because of their status, especially the women and those who are downtrodden, to show that even in the face of greatest challenges, one can find the strength within through her speeches and interactions. Life may break us, she would say, but it also gives us the chance to rebuild ourselves stronger than ever. Amelia's experience became a well of hope. Everyone who came to hear the story of an ordinary girl's life was ready to face one's own fate and turn misery into stepping stones toward a sunnier future. So, this is like the case study As Amelia's story comes full circle, she leaves her audience with a powerful reminder. Life may break you, but it also gives you the chance to rebuild stronger. Her journey, marked by unimaginable pain and incredible resilience, is proof that no matter how difficult life becomes, there is always hope for a brighter tomorrow. If Amelia's story touched your heart and inspired you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more stories that ignite courage and hope. Beep up! Together, let's celebrate the power of the human spirit to overcome and thrive.